I'm Peter Z, the founder of Disinfection. We've got some amazing content announcements coming in the next week or two, so subscribe, like, follow, turn on notifications, and all that stuff to make sure you don't miss anything. But today, I'm going to show you how to test if a disinfection device is actually UVC or if it's UVA or visible light. Real science here, we're not going to speculate about green bananas. To be honest, I'm amazed that none of the people selling disinfection lights have shown this already. Maybe they don't understand UVC or they're hiding it from you. But anyway, I'm going to show you two ways to run this test. That way we know that you'll have access to the materials. So let's get going. First, what you're going to need is a piece of bright white paper. You can use any store-bought paper or most envelopes. Just make sure it's bright and not just bleached. The additives they use to reflect blue fluoresce. That means they glow under UV. I've got a sheet right here. And here's a bleached paper towel that won't fluoresce for reference. That way we can tell the difference. Next, you need a yellow highlighter. You can try with different colors, and it's kind of cool to play with, but yellow tends to be the best one. Now take your paper and write whatever you want to on it with your highlighter. I'm just going to write disinfect it all with disinfection. Now, take the light you want to evaluate and shine it on the paper. Here's a normal flashlight. As you can see, it just kind of looks normal. There's no fluorescence because there's no UV output. But let's look at an actual UV light. The bright white paper and the highlighter should glow. That's fluorescence. If they don't glow, your device isn't emitting UV and it won't be usable in the real world as a disinfection light. That said, this device isn't emitting any UVC either. None. It's UVA only. It too wouldn't be usable as a disinfection light. So how can we tell that? First, if you have a piece of polycarbonate with no UV stabilizers or coatings, you can use that, but that's not going to be all that common. So what you need is just a Pyrex bowl. That's right, the one you cook in. We use borosilicate glass, like Pyrex, in the kitchen because it can handle temperature changes, like going from the fridge to the oven without cracking. But in the lab, we use it to simulate the ozone layer. A thick piece of Pyrex will appear clear to us because it allows visible light, UVA, through, but to UVC this might as well be a brick wall. There's a little difference between manufacturers on whether they allow UVB to go through, but UVB is just as expensive as UVC to make, so it isn't likely people are making fake UVC devices with UVB. Just wouldn't be cost effective for them. So let's run the test. Take your bowl and place it over the top of the paper you wrote on. Then take your light and shine it on the paper outside of the bowl and then inside. The difference in how much fluorescence you see, inside versus outside, is the amount of UVC that the device is emitting. So with this device you can see that it looks basically the same inside and out. That shows that there's basically no UVC coming from the device. It isn't germicidal. But, as a special treat, I can show you what an actual germicidal device looks like. Told you there's big news coming in the next couple of weeks. I'm just going to take this UVC device and shine it on the paper outside the bowl and here inside the bowl. You can see that inside the bowl there's no fluorescence. There's only a little bit of visible light so that you know that it's on. This proves to you that the device is actually UVC. It is germicidal. And if it's powerful enough or held for a long enough time, it will disinfect surfaces. I can run the same example with polycarbonate. So there you go. This is how to test any device almost instantly to see if it's germicidal. We're going to do a video soon showing you how to understand the technical data and what to look for before you buy. So subscribe like you know the drill. Once again, I'm Peter Z. Leave your comments and questions below. Remember to be safe whenever using UV lights. Don't look directly into them or shine them on skin or your animals. And disinfect it all with disinfection.